fail being better in content?
Coverage is whatever we want it to be. You have both positive and negative coverage in everything. The football team of Western has positive and negative coverage.
But the football
their evolution
better.
team, their evolution from what we know and what they are today is astounding. They have still negative conversations coming out of them, but they are better off today, this year, than where they were last year. The coverage that is presented to them is based on the person who is covering them. If the person has a biased opinion about them or works for a biased network, then the opinion about them will be biased no matter what. You have political figures that are based solely on one topic by both CNN and Fox News, the same topic, but based on who's covering them, will decide if that portrayal of them is positive or negative.
This question here is for the prosecution. The question is that, I want to make a statement first, that of course we're not in church. Am I correct? Can I get an amen? What's wrong? What's wrong with a woman who wants to express themselves in a way that might you, the defense, deem wrong? And by what standard do you, Ms. Hawkins, judge women? Because they're not living, because the woman who you're judging, they're not living for Jesus, they're trying to eat. So the question is, okay, I'll repeat it. On what grounds, on what standard, or what grounds, it's actually a legit question. What grounds or what standards, we in church, what grounds, what standard are we judging women because they're not living for Jesus, they're trying to eat? What standard are you judging women? They're not living for Jesus, they're trying to eat. So what grounds, what standard are you judging the women in the videos who are, you deem wrong? What standard are you judging by?
More of a comment. I agree there's an issue of censorship, but at the same time there needs to be a responsibility. The people that enjoy that type of music and the negative commentation need to listen to that type of music. When children are around, take responsibility for that. Because there is an issue of censorship.
No, it's not a question or a statement, but when the prosecution referred to the women as showing what they got to get what they want. Everybody is given the same opportunities, yes, but everybody's not given the same resources. Because she might have a scholarship to go here, doesn't mean I was given a scholarship or even the opportunity to apply. Some people don't have, computers or something. We don't know what that girl was going through to get to where she got. Everybody doesn't have the same resources. And when you refer to, ICSR, I don't even think that was music related. I mean, I don't think the dispute was music related. Soulja Boy talks about Ice-T wasn't keeping it real by playing a cop, and Ice-T responded. It wasn't about music or what Soulja Boy was rapping about. When you talk about 3 6 Mafia, we can't ridicule a genre for one group. Rappers like Common, we have some good rappers. J. Cole, he graduated college with a 4.0. And I said J. Cole. People rap about what they know. People rap about their life experiences. If Tupac was rapping about Brenda having a baby, it's something he saw. It's something he knows. It might have been his cousin. That doesn't mean he's wrong. He's letting people know the way that he expressed himself, he shouldn't be judged for it. In the men versus women
should have less respect for yourself because you don't have this scholarship.
You can't.
Hold on, let us finish. Let Dora finish.
For this out, because you can't judge people for what they know. You can't, like, if I don't know what 2 plus 2 is, you cannot judge me because I don't know what 2 plus 2 is. People rap about what they know. If all they know is street life, then that's all they know. That's just the way I feel about it.
I've noticed since we've been in here and we've all, the defense and the prosecution have all stated standards and stuff, but not one person has stated the standards of family standards. When these young ladies get on TV and they have on bikinis and swiping cards and all that, I have not heard anyone say, well, what does a mother feel? What does a grandmother feel? How does her father feel? How does her auntie feel? The same goes for the rappers that allow it to happen. The fathers, like if a father sees his son on TV swiping the card down and the young lady's behind, of course his first response is not going to be, he's swiping down in the past. No, it's going to frown upon the father, the parent, and the family because they don't think, okay, if he did that, how did that family bring that child up? And my question is, does family standards matter the same as media standards? Are they balanced, or does one weigh more than the other? This question goes to the prosecution.
Now, it's the defense question.
I'm going to answer your question. If anybody's family or mother is like mine, my mother does not restrict me from doing anything that I choose to do. She taught me, and whether I take it or leave it, she's not going to knock me for trying something. If I feel like, oh, Mom, I want to go be on this, I want to go to a video shoot, see if I can do it, she's going to congratulate me whether she agrees with it or not, because she's not going to talk down to me. My mother is not going to talk down to me for doing something that I want to do. The family aspect, we didn't research all of that. We didn't go into and see if Melissa Ford's mother is embarrassed because her ass is out on the front of King magazine. We didn't go into the details because that type of stuff, we don't know. That's not put out there in the media. Maybe she doesn't have a mother. Maybe her mother is not there for her, which may be a reason why she uses her sexuality to get her foot in the door. Everybody has their own reasons for doing what they want to do, but a lot of people, they leave home and they make it however they need to, however they feel that they need to make it. And a lot of people's parents aren't complaining, like Jim Jones' mother isn't complaining that he just started, balling and saying all this stuff because she's reaping the benefits of it. If I go show my ass and I get $10,000 for it, Mama's probably going to get half of it. So I'm just saying.
Thank you.
All right, my question is for the prosecution. Since y'all are, I guess it's hip-hop on trial, but are y'all placing full blame on, our society? Are you placing the entire blame on hip-hop? Because it sounds to me that y'all are saying everything that's wrong with our society comes from hip-hop.
Good question. We're not saying that everything from the society comes from hip-hop. We know that there are other reasons why things are the way they are now. But we're simply saying that hip-hop glorifies those still. They're not doing anything to help it. If rappers start talking about respecting women and doing all these things, maybe the people who are listening to them, if Lil Wayne start talking about, well, he just had a song called How to Love. I don't know how many people that touched, but whenever you have songs like that or talking about respecting people or loving people and things like that, it's different. But it's different from the songs that you're talking about, well, fuck this bitch, I'm fuck her, whatever you're saying, but it's different. So we're not saying hip-hop is the main problem for everything, but it certainly doesn't help.
Come down from the judge, and we have one more question, and we have to wrap it up.
All right, here we go.
Hold on.
Keeping your head up. He definitely
And I guess talking on the very human, the downward complex that you see in hip hop, to what degree are black females in rap and in hip hop allowed to empower themselves sexually? And at what point has it become too extreme?
Who's that for? Prosecution or the defense?
Actually, that's pretty about that.
It's for the defense. That was our answer.
Defense, y'all have a reason. Vote for that.
To what degree are black female rappers allowed to empower themselves sexually? And when does it become too extreme?
I don't feel like in hip hop that there is a way to go to extreme, like if you just get butt naked in the concert and show everybody your goods. However, if you're referencing something, oh, I got that acapella flow, then that's okay because you're allowed to say that. Just like a male rapper can say, oh, I can break her back. It depends on what you're saying and how you're saying it. But you have the right to say whatever you want to. You basically just made my point. You only were concerned with when is it too much for women. You didn't think about when is it too much for a man. We have one extra body part that three things. Three things that y'all don't have. Why is it that your one should be not as bad as our three? You get what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be when women go too far. When does anybody in hip hop go too far?
If you think the prosecution won, raise your hand or make some noise. If you think they stated their case. If you